So after you open up your follow along class follow along topography for project 2, you'll see a drawing that pretty much just looks like this. All right, and that is the boundary of your site where you will build. You will not build outside of this. And these squiggly lines are basically the squiggly lines that tell you where the height of your project is. So each one of these lines here that you see on these physical models identify a curvy line on this drawing. Okay? And then we're going to identify which one is low and which one is high, because that's exactly what topography lines do. They tell us what the shape of the ground is and where it's higher and where it's lower. Topography lines farther from each other, that means not very steep, kind of shallow. Topography lines are very close to each other, that means it's steep, right? And it also tells us what the shape of the ground is. See here, it curves around. Here it goes slightly inwards, so slightly inwards. So it kind of also identifies the shape of the ground. Okay? Each one of these topography lines is the same elevation above sea level. That's why when we build them out of flat pieces of cardboard or foam or any kind of flat material, so that each one of these is the same elevation above sea level. Okay? Each one of these pieces of cardboard is the same elevation, right? That guy is the same elevation as the guy that turns around, same height, all the way back to here. All right? So that's what a topography is. You look at it from above, it's all a bunch of lines, sometimes parallel, sometimes not. That's pretty much what we have here. So we're going to try to build this up in Rhino in order to get a 3D Rhino thing that kind of looks like this. There we go. It's pretty cool, huh? All right. So let's move along. Let's go to top view and go to top view. Okay. Zoom to your extents as best as you can. And the first thing we want to do is to make sure that all these lines are separate now, okay? So we want to make sure to join them together. So let's go ahead and, if you remember, you highlight the pieces, right? And you have to shift in Rhino. We just made a switch from AutoCAD to Rhino, so we may fumble a little bit with the commands. So I'm going to select all of these guys. I'm going to join them right here with that puzzle thing. Okay, so now everything is together. Next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that all of these lines are joined together. Okay, so I'm going to select the property line, the edge, and I'm going to hide it. And then I'm going to just select that guy and I'm going to join. Now it's a full thing, yes. Then I'm going to select all of these guys and I'm going to join them. We're joining all of these guys because we're going to lift these lines together as a unit, not one at a time. That will just take too much time, right? Join. Let's do that again. Join, and I think I can grab all of this and say join. Okay, so I think we're in fairly good shape. They're all joined. Let's go ahead, right click on the bulb, bring back the hidden object, and that's where we are. So the first step that we want to do, and what I'm going to do here is actually have the perspective also shown while I'm working on this. So I'm going to drag this a little bit down, maybe see more of the perspective. Okay, so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to extrude this line down by 24 inches. Okay, so new command for you guys, it's going to be called extrude curve. That's going to make that shape into a solid object. Okay, so I'm going to type in the command line extrude, CRV, it already gave it to me here. Then it's going to say select object to extrude. I want to extrude this guy. Press enter when done, enter, right? So type, let's look at the direction. Okay, the direction is good, both sides no, solid, yes, make sure it's solid. Delete input, no. Okay, please do not delete input. Okay, so let's type in here. Right now it's not going to extrude at any dimension. Type minus 24 inches. Okay, that'll extrude it down. Press enter. Okay, now I have a solid object that's extruded downwards 24 inches from the top surface that we had earlier. Let's copy this to the right. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Control Z and I'm going to copy this. Where's my gumball? Turn your gumball on. Okay, I just pressed the Alt key on my keyboard. As I'm moving this over, I press the Alt key, which gives me a little plus sign. That means I'm copying it. Okay, so because I want to keep my previous step, now I'm going to go ahead and do the extrusion down. Okay, so extrude surface, curve. Which curve? This curve. Press enter. Direction, solid, yes. Both sides, no. Delete input, no. Okay. Type minus 24. Minus 24. Press enter. You should be good to go. All right. Now I'm going to copy again. That. To that. Okay, next thing I'm going to start working on this guy. So let's stop this video.